Hello, welcome back to my channel. In my last videos, I told you all that we'll be talking extensively about genotype. So we'll be talking about what genotype is, and then we'll be discussing about the types of genotype, the kind of people with genotype that can marry each other and those that cannot marry each other. What comes to the mind when you hear about genotype test? The thing that should come to your mind is gene compatibility. What was inherited by you from your parents. Genotype test is a test that is carried out to know if both parties are compatible or not. So, like I have said in my previous video, genotype in simple terms, they are genes that you inherited from your parents. They are like instructions that are hidden inside your DNA. You got it from your parents. They are hidden inside your DNA. They are unchangeable. That was how they gave birth to you with them. You were born with your genotype. Although you cannot see them with your eyes, but they are encoded inside of you. So we also have what is known as phenotype. Phenotype is what is visible that everybody can see, like your hair, your skin color, the reason why you are tall, maybe your dad is tall, the reason why you are short, your dark skin or your light skin. That is phenotype, but we are not going into that. What we want to talk about mainly in this video is genotype. So genotype is the hidden one that is inside your gene, your DNA. That is why you are whom you are, because that is your genotype. That is your gene. It is hidden inside of you. You are AA because you got it from your parents. You are AS because you got it from your parents. You are SS because you got it from your parents. And that is the reason why the test is very important, because it determines the choice of parents, determines the kind of child they will have. It determines the genotype of their child. That is why it is important to know the genotype of your spouse to be, the person you're getting married to know what will determine the genotype of your children, so you don't end up having children with sickle cell disease or children with abnormalities. I'll be giving us some examples and illustration of how these things happen. So we will be looking at the types of genotype that we have. So the first one, we'll be looking at the AA genotype, the AC genotype, the AS genotype, the SS genotype, the CC genotype, and the SC genotype. We have the AA, AC, AS, SS, CC, and SC. If, for example, both parents are AA, the first child will be AA. If the mother and the father are AA, the second child, AA. The third child, AA, and then the fourth child, AA. This is how it is going to be if they give birth to the fifth child, because there is no abnormal hemoglobin, no abnormal S gene. So AA and AA can marry. They are good to go. They can marry each other, and they won't have a child with sickle cell disease. They won't have a child with abnormalities. They won't have a child with genetic abnormality. Let's say, for instance, if the father is AA and the mom is AS, they're likely to have AA as their first child, AA, and then the second child is likely AS, and then the third child is likely AA, and then the fourth AS. If you look at this very well, you will see that even when the mother gave the sickle cell gene, the dad gave the normal A gene, which is A. So it's met with the sickle cell gene, which is S, and it gave AS. So it means that AA and AS can marry. In situations where we have both parents as AS and AS, they're likely to have AA as their first, AS as their second, third as AS, and then the last, that's where the problem lies, SS, both sickle cell. They are not supposed to marry because of the sickle cell. They will have, because there's high possibility they are going to have SS, because there's possibility that they are going to have SS, and this SS is a sickle cell. It means the child will have the sickle cell disease. It means this child will live with crisis, anemia, and lots of pains. That is why the AS and the AS genotype are not compatible. They are not supposed to marry. They will likely have a child with the SS genotype. In situations where a parent is AC and the other parent is AS, we're likely to have the first child as AA, second child AS, third child AC, and then their fourth child as SC. This SC is not as severe as the SS, but they also have crisis because of the one sickle cell gene that the child has inherited from their parents. Although it is not as severe as SS, but they also have complications like bone disease, anemia, and even cold. So they are not supposed to marry. The AC and AC genotype are very similar to the AS and AS genotype. Likely to have their first child as AA, second child AC, third child AC, and then the fourth child as CC. This is where the problem lies. The CC genotype may not be as severe as SS because they are not sickle cell. The genes are not sickle cell genes, but the C are abnormal hemoglobin. Although they don't have crisis like the SS, which are the sickle cell, but they are very critical when it comes to planning marriage, because the AS can give the S while the AC can give the C, which can lead to SC. People with the CC genotype live their normal lives. Some people with the CC genotype may not even know until they go for blood tests. That is to show you how normal they live their lives. Do you now see why I said genotype test is important before marriage, to avoid bringing an innocent child into this world because of your ignorance? Imagine you ignore this important step before getting married, and then you end up getting married and you have a child that is SS because you were ignorant. That is what many people are facing in today's world. Even with the information available and everything, people still go ahead to get married thinking that miracle will happen. People still go ahead to get married because they love each other, without knowing that if you still have a child whom you have to care for all your life, the love will still suffer. Share this video with someone you know that this video will help. Share this video with someone you know that is getting married soon. Share this video with someone that needs this information. In my next video, I'll be explaining the importance of testing for blood group before getting married. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep watching interesting videos about your health. And don't forget to share this video with someone who might need this. Thank you for watching. Bye.